There has to be something seriously wrong with me because I am falling in love with this man. Can someone tell me why Rowan is really giving like golden retriever energy while also being like touch her and die? Is that just me? Hi, hello. I saw somebody say that Butcher and Blackbird would be a good book to do a buddy read for, so I've decided to vlog it so it's like we're buddy reading Butcher and Blackbird. So welcome to my brain and all of the thoughts that I have while I read this book. I'm like nervous, excited, but let's see what happens. So only one chapter in, it's already going crazy. I read the trigger warnings and I was like, that feels like more than I'm mentally prepared for, but let's still do it anyways. So first chapter, like the fact that she's in this cage and everything that's happening with what used to be Albert, crazy. And then when Rowan comes in, I was like, okay, he has an Irish accent. I love that. And then he's got a scar on his top lip. I'm sold. I'm in love. But then the fact that he was like such a big fan of hers, just, I already, like, the vibes are so immaculate already. So I am so excited to get into this. They're really just equally as unhinged, but I love it. And can someone tell me why Rowan is really giving like golden retriever energy while also being like touch her and die? Is that just me? I really, really, really love the on-page text messages. Like that just does something for me. And the banter's so good. I'm so excited to see where this goes. I wonder if they're like if it's them seeing each other every year and it's just like they only see each other that one time a year. I don't know. I didn't read the back of it. I just read the stuff from the blind date with a book thing. If you didn't see that part of the video, I'll link it somewhere. But I only read like the blind date with the book thing and I've just seen stuff about it on Instagram. So picked it up. Serial killers, dark rom-com, yes, but that's about it. And also at this point in time, Leather and Lark like just came out. So reading this, I'm only 50 pages in. Reading this and like seeing who I think is gonna be Leather and who Lark is, I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I'm assuming since it's a trilogy that each brother gets a book. Yes, no, maybe. I'm really liking the vibes. The vibes are there. I also love like Rowan's energy when he was like, you'll love me one day. I'm sure she will. I was originally suspicious of this, like the owner of this inn, but the fact that he was in the wall, what? When Rowan said, that woman you were watching, she's mine. Yes, I love it. He literally beat this guy to death. And then is like, are you okay, Sloane? Like, he's worried about her? I swear, chivalry is not dead. I felt so bad for her, like, when she goes all the way to Boston and then just got, like, so nervous and just left. I just wanted there to be, like, this cute little moment. There has to be something seriously wrong with me because I am falling in love with this man. Like, the fact that he sent food to her house and then just, like, creepily stood across the street and, like, walked her through it, but, like, the walking her through it and the food part is really cute, but it's creepy that he's across the street, but it's also really cute. And then he starts bringing like his own food so he can eat with her while she cooks. Oh, it's so cute. And then when Rowan said, maybe someday my best friend, this is adorable. Like, why is it so cute? Sloane trying to mouth to Rowan and be like, lobotomy. And he's like, you love me? I love this. And I now understand the trigger warning of accidental cannibalism. This woman is acting like the web that she weaves is just like, oh, it's so simple. It is, it sounds so complicated. How does she expect like the FBI to be able to piece it together? Like, it's really complicated. The ice cream. What? When he like doesn't want to mess with her makeup, so he kisses her neck? I love him. And then when he like goes in for the kiss on the dance floor. And the phone rings, like the slow burn. I feel like it's slow burning because like, hello, maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just impatient. I'm on page 159. Maybe I'm just impatient. What in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is happening right now? When he says, Sloane, I can't lose you. And she says, then you better kiss me. Not Rowan with the getting revenge for hurting my girl, of course. My girl. My girl. Wow. Wow. Okay. I understand dark rom-com. However, the the way that she got the corpse of his mother and literally scared him to death with it. Wild. Absolutely wild. I read this line and I was like, I think I love him. So when he's like, every time I think of her, my heart reminds me I'm not as dead on the inside as I thought after all. I love this man. Is it just me? Is it just me? But this bath scene is so hot, so steamy, if you will, until I remember that she literally has a boot print on her face, including the logo of the boot that kicked her in the face. That just messes up the vibe for me. And also, how hard do you have to get kicked in the face for it to bruise the logo? I guess it's a question for another day. I really don't know how to feel about chainsaw as a safe word, but we'll see where that goes. Also, the amount of piercings that she has. I literally had Google open like, I needed to know. And now I know. He got the tattoo of the raven on his back. The raven that she drew in the restaurant. And then he hung it up to look at it every day. Then tattooed it on his back. Like, are you kidding? Are you joking? Are you for real right now? This is so good. Rowan having table 12 permanently reserved for Sloane, or somebody fitting her description so that like he could see if it was her and she was using a different name. Love him. Like, he's so sweet, but also like completely unhinged, and I'm so here for it. Also, I love that he named the new restaurant Butcher and Blackbird, but like, isn't there like the Butcher of Boston? Like, it's like known that that's a serial killer in Boston, so like suspicious behavior. Rowan is a man of his word. He said he wanted to eat at the restaurant. Man ate. And was David just playing them this whole time? Because he committed to the bit. Like, that was incredible. And I hate that Rowan like has to break up with her and say these things that like deeply hurt her to protect her. Ugh. And when he said April 10th, no, the 13th, I was like, okay, that means something, but I didn't remember what. And then it's like, oh, just remind us of the ice cream again, which is like, hard pass. David is absolutely cuckoo bonkers, off his rocker. Got what was coming to him, honestly. I really, really loved that Sloane is the one that designs the cover-up tattoo for the scar that he has on his arm. And he's like, you used color. Like, this book is so cute, but also like completely unhinged. Speaking of unhinged, the way this man proposed, like in the... Okay. Yeah, it was a little much. And then the epilogue from this other person's POV, who I'm assuming is going to be like the villain in Leather and Lark, just left me like, jaw on the floor. I'm so glad Leather and Lark is already out because you know I'm going to pick it up immediately. Time for final thoughts. This book was completely unhinged, but still managed to warm my heart at the same time. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I loved this. This was definitely a 5-star read. It was darker than I was anticipating at some points. Like, I was reading some things based off the trigger warnings and I was like, okay, this scene, like this trigger warning equals this scene, but like, I don't really think that needed a trigger warning. but some of them I was like, yeah, the trigger warning meant what it said. Although I knew it was gonna be dark, there were still moments that had my jaw on the floor where I was like, no way that just happened, but it was so good. Like this was so incredible. Oh, gorgeous, stunning, love her, love her. 5 stars for sure. I really, really, really want to just pick up the next book because I feel like it's gonna be so, so good. There were some moments that I was just like, not super loving it. However, I still couldn't put it down, so it's a definite 5 star. If you have watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. I will see you next time. Bye.